Hi everyone, the Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Planeswalkers are epic beings that roam the Magic the Gathering universe, boasting huge powers and great potential. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you some powerful Planeswalkers to power up your Commander decks. Prepare yourself for an epic journey through the multiverse where the most mighty beings known as Planeswalkers take their stand in the world of Commander. Are you ready to harness unimaginable power? Before we start, I would like to mention my friends at Paramount Designs. They make amazing playmats with fantastic quality. If you're interested in picking up a new playmat with great artwork, check out the link in my description below, which is offering a special discount code for my YouTube viewers. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Number 1. Karn, the Great Creator. A legendary planeswalker that costs 4 generic mana to cast, and it enters the battlefield with 5 loyalty counters. It says the following. Static effect. Activated abilities of artifacts your opponents control can't be activated. For +1 until your next turn, up to one target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness each equal to its mana value, and for -2 you may reveal an artifact card you own from outside the game, or choose a face-up artifact card you own in exile, put that card into your hand. This Karn is incredibly powerful. Having that static effect is bonkers and can close down a lot of decks, especially any artifact heavy decks. Karn effectively makes your opponent's artifacts useless with ease. In Commander, artifacts are often integral to many strategies, so shutting them down is huge. And that's just Karn's static ability that we're talking about. His +1 ability is pretty decent too. You can use it to create a powerful artifact creature for yourself, as long as the CMC of the artifact is high, or which is very cool, and correct me if I'm wrong, you can also use this ability to turn any 0 mana artifact into a 0/0 creature. Yeah? Meaning you can kill it, so you can remove opponents' 0 mana artifacts. I'm looking at you, Mana Crypt. His -2 ability is kind of strange. I'm not sure if it's allowed in most Commander decks or most games, but if your opponent is cool with it, then yeah, it's pretty sweet. Overall, Karn the Great Creator's versatility, powerful abilities, and potential for combo potential make it a highly valuable card in many Commander decks. You can buy this Planeswalker for around $10. Number 2. Narset, Parter of Veils. A legendary Planeswalker that costs 2 blue and 1 generic mana to cast. She enters with 5 loyalty counters and says the following. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card each turn. For -2, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Another static effect Planeswalker, and boy oh boy is this a good one. Shutting down additional card draw for your opponents is huge, and Naset only costs 3 mana. To be honest with you, this effect and mana cost is enough to make Naset good, but she also has that -2 ability, which can help you dig through your deck and hopefully find a decent non-creature non-land card to draw. Naset offers superb card advantage while massively hindering your opponents. I'm not gonna lie, usually whenever I play Naset, I don't even use her -2 ability that often. It's amazing, don't get me wrong, and I have used it in the past to do some cool stuff, but her static effect is so good that I mainly just keep her on the board to try and not touch a loyalty counters at all and just keep her at 5 with her static effect. You can slow down many tutor effects with Naset as well, as opponents are only allowed to draw 1 card a turn, and Naset, Part of the Veils, is a real nuisance for your opponents overall. You can buy this Planeswalker for around $1.30. Number 3. Teferi, Time Raveler. A legendary Planeswalker that costs 1 blue, 1 white, and 1 generic mana to cast. He enters with 4 loyalty counters and says the following. Static effect. Each opponent can cast spells only any time they could cast a sorcery. For +1 until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. And for -3, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand, draw a card. Yep, the 3rd static effect commander in a row for this video. Are you noticing just how powerful static effect commanders are? There's going to be even more mentioned in this video. The set War of the Spark really boosted Planeswalkers. Well anyway, yeah, Teferi is busted. You shut down any opponent's spell interaction on your turn, meaning you can freely cast what you want knowing that your opponents can't do much on your turn. No counter spells, no removal, nothing. It makes you feel invincible. And for a blue player, that's nuts anyway, as they already feel on cloud 9 with their control. This just pushes it even further. Teferi also has the +1 ability, which allows us to cast sorcery spells at instant speed for a whole turn cycle, which is very, very good. And Teferi's -3 ability allows you to bounce an opponent's artifact, creature or enchantment back to their hand. This is not only removes a threat, but also provides card advantage by drawing you a card. This Planeswalker is super disruptive for your opponents and very versatile for us. You can buy this Planeswalker for around $10. Number 4. Liliana Dreadhorde General, a legendary Planeswalker that costs 2 black and 4 generic mana to cast. She enters the battlefield with 6 loyalty counters and says the following. Whenever a creature you control dies, draw a card. For +1, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. For -4, each player sacrifices 2 creatures. And for -9, each opponent chooses a permanent they control of each permanent type and sacrifices the rest. I love Liliana's static effect. The card draw it can offer over the game is purely insane. We also can create zombie tokens with her, cause opponents to have to sacrifice 2 creatures, although this effect also affects us as well, but we can sack the zombies she creates, or hopefully any other tokens we may have laying around. Her ultimate, the -9 ability, is just super sweet and can really flip a game upside down for your opponents while propelling us to the lead. Liliana has it all. Overall, Liliana Dreadhorde General brings strong abilities, powerful board control, card advantage and synergistic potential to commander decks, making her a valued inclusion for many players. You can buy this Planeswalker for around $20. Number 5. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, a legendary Planeswalker that costs 1 blue, 1 white and 3 generic mana to cast. He enters the battlefield with 4 loyalty counters and says the following. For +1, draw a card. At the beginning of the next end step, untap up to 2 lands. For -3, put target non-land permanent into its owner's library, third from the top. For -8, you get an emblem with, whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent an opponent controls. The second Teferi on my list, and yes, this one is just as good. Teferi's +1 ability allows you to draw and untap 2 lands. In a format like Commander, where games tend to be longer and more interactive, having access to repeated card draw and that extra 2 mana is incredibly valuable. It helps ensure that you have a steady stream of resources throughout the game. His -3 ability offers us great board control and can really annoy an opponent. Teferi's -8 ability, his ultimate ability, creates for you a pretty ridiculously powerful emblem which creates massive board advantage, as you can very easily start exiling a mass amount of permanents your opponents control if you're drawing enough cards. With Teferi in your deck, you're very likely drawing those type of cards anyway. Overall, Teferi Hero of Dominaria's combination of card advantage, removal and deck manipulation makes him a highly versatile and strong option for a Planeswalker in Commander. You can buy this Planeswalker for around $20. Number 6. Ashiok Dream Render, a legendary Planeswalker that costs 2 black or 2 blue mana and 1 generic mana to cast, so 3 mana in total. It enters the battlefield with 5 loyalty counters and says the following. Spells and abilities your opponents control can't cause their controller to search their library. For -1, target player mills 4 cards, then exile each opponent's graveyard. Ashok is a real menace. You can shut down opponents' tutors with Ashiok, and that is huge, especially in the more competitive side of Commander, where tutor spells run rampant. Ashiok's -1 ability is very nice as well, which can be very disruptive for your opponents, or great for yourself if you're playing a graveyard recursion deck. Overall, Ashiok Dream Render provides graveyard hate, milling support and library searching prevention, all of which are highly relevant and valuable in the Commander format. You can buy this Planeswalker for around 70 cents. Number 7. Dack Fayden, a legendary Planeswalker that costs 1 red, 1 blue and 1 generic mana to cast. He enters the battlefield with 3 loyalty counters and says the following. For +1, target player draws 2 cards, then discards 2 cards. For -2, gain control of target artifact. For -6, you get an emblem with, whenever you cast a spell that targets 1 or more permanents, gain control of those permanents. So, I love Dack Fayden. Many years ago, I had an Oathbreaker deck, and he was my Oathbreaker, the leader, and it was an absolute blast to play. Today though, we are discussing why he is powerful in Commander. So Dack Fayden has a large range of abilities that make him versatile in different situations. He can steal artifacts, draw cards, and discard cards from your opponent's hands. His ultimate, the emblem that he offers, is super fun to play around and also very strong. It can significantly impact the game, stealing opponents' permanents. It's just so fun, and using them to defeat your opponents with makes the games of Commander a total joy. Well, joy for us, not so much for your opponents. Overall, Dack Fayden's versatility, card advantage, synergy with artifacts, powerful ultimate ability, and popularity have made him a strong and beloved character in the Magic the Gathering universe. You can buy this Planeswalker for around $8. Number 8, the final card on my list. Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. A legendary Planeswalker creature that costs 8 generic mana to cast. It enters the battlefield with 7 loyalty counters and says the following. For +2, Ugin the Spirit Dragon deals 3 damage to any target. For -X, exile each permanent with mana value X or less, that's 1 or more colours. And for -10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put up to 7 permanent cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Ugin is an absolute monster of a Planeswalker, offering so much power for those who wield him. Ugin has a diverse range of abilities that can impact the game in various ways. He starts with a loyalty of 7, which makes it harder for opponents to remove him. This gives you more time to utilize his abilities and potentially build up to his ultimate ability. Ugin's color identity makes him easily splashable in any commander deck regardless of the color identity you're playing. This gives players flexibility in deck building and allows Ugin to fit in a variety of decks and strategies. Ugin's ultimate ability provides a substantial card advantage, allowing players to refill their hand and potentially find answers or key pieces needed to win the game. Overall, Ugin is one of the best Planeswalkers ever printed, well in my opinion anyway. Look at this guy, I mean it's crazy, yeah? This card is crazy. With his diverse range of skills, he offers a lot of power for the Commander format. You can buy this Planeswalker for around $30. Okie dokie everyone, we have come to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for making it this far. If you did enjoy the video, please could drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to know if you have any recommendations on impactful Planeswalkers that you believe are powerful and can help you in Commander. If so, share it in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and I always try my best to answer them all. Let me know who your favourite Planeswalker is. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.